This episode is sponsored by TerribleOrigami.com, home of sodas, apparently.
No, it's home of the $1 Million Frog. Terrible Origami of TerribleOrigami.com.
Putting the OMG in
origami.
We did it!
Home of the $1 Million Frog.
Totes Recall.
Welcome to Totes Recall, the podcast where we talk about a movie we haven't seen in a long time and don't remember, watch the movie, and talk about it again. Our sponsor today is a box of crap you can get in the mail every month. .net. Box of crap in the mail.net every month.
It's a long URL. It's a long URL.
My name is Dan.
I'm Molly.
I'm other Dan.
I'm Beth.
Great. And our movie this episode is Twister. I saw this movie, obviously. This was probably... I'm probably going to assume this for too many movies, but this is probably another dad VHS tape off of free cable and watched at home. I don't think I saw this in the theaters. And probably not after it came out with any recent time frame.
Do we think it came out in the 90s?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mid.
Definitely 90s.
Like 96.
So while
I'm agreeing
Mad
on that.
About You was still on the air?
Correct.
Yes.
Is Paul Reiser in this movie?
No.
But
Helen Hunt.
there you go, patriarchy.
Yeah. Oof. Also, early Philip Seymour Hoffman role
Indeed.
in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Early appearance.
Yeah.
And Bill Pullman.
Paxton. Classic Pullman Paxton.
Yep.
mix-up.
The old Pullpax.
Pullpax.
I'm 90% sure it's Paxton.
I am
Yes.
too.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can make it a bet.
Paxton.
Make it a Chiquette bet.
I just watched some movie, Edge of Tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
And he's in that. I didn't recognize him. And he was fantastic.
He's a delightful man.
Chameleon.
Yeah.
Bill
Well,
Paxton.
not really.
Mostly I just think of him in True Lies, where he's the used car salesman that gets really scared.
Oh,
he goes,
yeah.
I got a little dick. He says that.
Yeah, he does. He is maybe one of the best, like, if you're being mean, one-note actors out there. If you're being generous, narrow band of characters actor out there.
Yeah.
Because he never really stretches too far.
From like kind of frightened.
And just sort of like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, he always sort of just plays Bill Paxton.
Sure.
You know what I mean? On some level.
Is he always scared?
He's always startled at one point, I feel like, in every movie he's in.
Tombstone. He's kind of the weakest of the brothers.
Well, to be fair, this one is about tornadoes.
Yeah, easily startled by any. I feel like anyone would be startled.
Yeah.
But aren't they
tornado.
storm
Yeah.
chasers? Like, they're storm chasers,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's their job to chase storms?
True, but sometimes you get a little too close to the edge.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh,
Yeah.
hey.
Is that the tagline for this movie?
I hope
Should
so.
have been. Should have been.
Of the storm.
I have trouble whenever I picture where they actually catch up to the tornado. All of a sudden, my brain splices in that scene from Man of Steel where the guy from Field of Dreams,
Yep.
Kevin Costner?
Kevin Costner,
Beloved actor.
beloved well,
Ugh.
also maybe
Do people love him?
I don't know.
At one point,
He's the bottom of the barrel in my
He
book.
might also have a narrow band.
back in the day, he was beloved.
Sure.
At any rate, I can only picture him.
I didn't see that movie.
It was terrible.
I know.
Him in like the beginning
No,
of Man
the
of
part
Steel.
the part of Man of Steel where the tornado comes and he dies
Yeah.
because
Oh,
Clark
right.
can't save him.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh,
he's-
wait, this is the Superman movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I was like,
it
Man
was
of
spoiled in the
Steel.
50s
Got it.
or the 40s.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to make
he's
that
the human
bet.
father.
Except his father didn't die because he decided to not save him. His father just didn't die in the original Superman story.
Who's Man
Oh.
of Steel? We're talking about the movie.
We were talking about the movie Man of Steel,
Zack Snyder.
which I have not seen.
This is bad.
Oh,
I am
I'm really
aware of
sorry.
that.
But that's a different movie.
It is. When did you see this movie, Molly?
I saw Twister, I want to say, in the theaters. I feel like it was a family outing. The line that just killed, is Helen Hunt saying cow. But she says it in the same way that you would say cow when you see a cow by the side of the road, which also is a weird habit.
Yes.
Because I mean, you're not like fire hydrant, but when you see a cow, you're like cow or horse,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like that.
Do you guys ever play Hey Cow on road trips?
What is that?
So you're driving through the heart of America where there's a lot of cows, right?
Yep.
When you see a cow, you roll down your window and you scream, "Hey cow," as loud as you can.
Mm-hmm.
And then if the cow turns and looks at you, you get a point.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're just harassing livestock.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's fun because it's stupid, and
Yeah.
there's no way they're going to hear you while you're driving like 60 miles an hour.
Unless they're like right by that fence.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's a
Well,
fun
why would
game.
they be?
So maybe she was playing Hey Cow.
Maybe that would be cool.
Cow.
Cow.
Or
Is
is it
that...
cow?
Weren't their windows closed though because they're storm chasing?
Well, yes. Her purpose wasn't to get the cow's attention.
It was like warning
I feel like we should-
everyone else that there's a cow.
No,
right?
it wasn't even so much a warning. It's a moment of wonder.
Just an observation.
It's an observation among a lot of chaos.
Yes.
And in my memory, it was hilarious.
That was like the selling point of the whole movie.
Was the cow?
Was the cow.
Oh, was that scene in all
Yeah.
the previews?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe I haven't seen this movie.
You think?
Maybe I've
Wait,
only seen... No, I've seen it. I've seen it.
just because I told you something was popular, you assume you just haven't seen the rest of the movie?
Yes. That is
Is
correct.
the cow flying through the twister?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
in
Why
the-
else? Oh, I get it.
As
Sure,
opposed to,
you might
like-
think it's just standing there.
Like
Right.
in the middle of like they're driving real fast
Yeah.
and it's in the road. Cow.
no,
Sure.
it goes flying by.
Okay.
It was
cow.
it was sort of the
It's Cownado.
sizzle reel for the VFX. What? You got to pitch something to sci-fi tomorrow?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Cownado.
Cownado we just stumbled upon.
Yeah.
This is the prequel to Sharknado.
I feel like
Oh.
maybe that was in the brainstorming session for Sharknado.
Storming.
That there was a group of people sitting around, and then they're like, "Oh, it could be like a cownado," and somebody thought, "No, I can top that."
What's
Right.
the scariest animal?
Cougar-nado.
Ooh, Cownado.
Just like ladies out on the prowl.
That would be terrifying.
Hey, hot men.
Hey, man. Well, that didn't come out right.
I'm recently divorced.
Yeah.
And then they go around so you
Yeah,
don't hear it for a
Doppler effect.
second. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Dan, did you see this movie?
I hope so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw this movie in the theater. It might have also been a family outing because I don't know how old I was at the time. But I might not have been old enough to independently be like, I'm going to go see this movie. And I mostly remember the cow part 2 and also the...
When you said part 2, I was thinking like the sequel.
Oh, no.
It's like, when does it show up again?
And like...
Curly's Gold.
I guess it's
Right.
circle.
Yes. And then the like weird, like it's almost written. I remember just being written in such a way where like a class 5 tornado is actually like this, like the villain of the story.
Yeah.
Like it's like a weather phenomenon is the closest thing the story has to a. Oh no, I think there's like a dick corporate storm chaser too. But
Oh,
like,
the
Yes.
rivals.
Yes.
Yes.
Probably.
but like the last boss, if you will, is a class 5 tornado.
Yeah. Most of what I remember of this movie is, well, two things. One, they throw like a Prometheus style magic balls into
Science.
the twister to science it,
Science is done
Oh,
on this
no.
twister.
to
Yes.
map it. Oh,
I
no?
did see this movie.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And then also the ending, which I'm always amused at. They're, spoiler alert, obviously. They are going to be killed by the tornado.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
how else is this movie going to go?
And then
Right.
they die.
And then,
They all die. Yeah.
no, but to save themselves, Bill Paxton
Yep.
ties a belt to a pipe.
Because that works.
And that's going to work.
Yeah.
I think you're thinking of Man of Steel.
I am
Is that a bet? Is that a Molly bet?
The number one thing I remember in this movie is
100% sure.
tying a belt
It's
to
a
a pipe.
twister.
Like a loose pipe?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
find a
it's like-
shack.
they're
They're
in
running
a-
from the twister. Their car probably
I would
got
say a silo
exploded.
of some sort. Like
Yeah.
they're at a farm.
Sure.
Yeah. And then they find like the pipe that goes down.
So it's like
into
at least
Earth.
embedded into the earth.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But the belt is like not.
Yeah, the
gonna
pipe
be...
part I'm okay with. It's
Uh-huh.
the hey, I'll just take my belt off and
Yeah.
wrap it around the pipe and then hold it.
I think
Okay.
he holds. He's attached.
Oh.
And then
And I
he
think he's
holds-
holding her hand
Oh.
or something.
So your
Oh,
issue.
no. Okay, I think it starts in a hug. She ends up in a. She ends up almost in the tornado. He's holding
Right.
her hand.
Yeah.
He doesn't let go. They
Yeah.
fall in love. The end.
Yeah.
Being nearly eaten by the twister that murdered her father, metaphorically speaking.
That's right. I forgot.
Did this twister kill her father?
Yeah, that's why she goes into storm chasing.
That's why a class 5 tornado is like the villain of the movie, because a class
It's a
5
revenge
tornado.
story.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is. It's
yeah.
hilarious because it's like a weather phenomenon. But she's like, I have to do this.
But they don't really get the tornado by chasing it.
No,
I don't even know what storm chasing's about.
it's about.
Science?
It's about
Yes,
the love
we
of
still don't
science.
actually, as a species, fully understand why tornadoes happen, or like why they happen when they happen. I guess.
Oh, okay.
Like we're still really bad at predicting them. We're better than we used to be. This is science corner right now.
Yeah. Oh.
But we're still terrible at it. That's why entire towns still get completely flattened
Yeah.
every year.
Because no one sees it coming.
Yeah.
We just
Yep.
have first Wednesday of the month. Noon.
Right. Which, as a former resident of Kansas I used to work with, was like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That they just play the siren every month for us to listen to it. Because he came from a place where those sirens would go off all the time for real reasons.
Yeah.
And the idea of just like throwing it on randomly for us to like know what it sounds like, he seems really dumb to him. Because then he feels like you no longer are actually mentally prepared to respond to it when it's real.
I
So
always
he would
go-
prefer that we hear it and all go running for shelter.
Probably.
I see.
I guess if we had like full city drills, maybe he would approve. But
Yeah. But if you're in a place where it doesn't happen all the time,
right,
then you're going to hear it and be like, what is that?
yeah,
But if you hear it every month, you know what it is. Because I always go, huh, oh, it's Wednesday.
right.
It is a good reminder of Wednesdays.
First Wednesday of the month. Check in with yourself.
Like, oh, it's 1 p.m. I should break for lunch.
Dear Beth,
That would be a good life hack.
Yes.
when did you see this movie?
Uh,
Also, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you for
P.S.
asking.
Great job on the podcast.
Thank you. Wow.
Loved it.
correspondence.
Ah,
Oh.
sign off after the PS.
Yeah. Interesting. Somebody
Non-conventional
doesn't
It
know
stands for
letters.
pre-script,
Ah.
pre-signature. It stands for pre-signature.
Dear Dan, I saw this. Okay, I think I was too young to see this movie when it came out in theaters.
Okay.
But I do remember it coming out. I remember seeing the previews of the cow and thinking that was funny, and I think I wanted to see it because of that.
Sure.
But it must have been rated PG-13.
Really?
I don't know. There's definitely some intense moments.
Yeah.
Because I-
Intense action.
Yes.
Intensity. There's maybe some swearing.
I bet there's a little
There's
swearing.
probably a little swear.
Yeah.
You get one fuck
Not back then.
for PG-13? No, this is pre-rejigger the
Yeah.
MPAA.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't know what the rules are now. I don't
No
know.
one does. I don't think anyone does.
They're like, yeah, PG-13. That sounds right.
Well, you're going PG-13? I think that's a worthwhile
That's
bet.
bet. Yeah.
That's-
We never bet on the rating.
No, that's actually a good point.
Yeah.
Game
and
changer.
I think I saw it on TV. This is a movie that was on TV or at a sleepover,
Ooh.
which now that I'm thinking about it, is more likely. I think I saw it on VHS
Yeah.
at my friend's house for a sleepover,
Yeah.
during a sleepover.
You guys watched a scary movie about
Ooh.
threatening weather?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which actually, this is probably super scary for me because I hate storms.
Sure.
Yeah.
So tornadoes are frightening.
They are.
Uh,
They are a destructive force.
yeah.
They are spite manifested. Like nature's spite
God is
manifested.
angry.
Yes.
I'm going to go 95 on the year.
Oh,
Whoa. All right. I'm sticking with my 96.
me too. Double Dan.
Double Dan down.
I want to go 94,
Whoa.
just for fun.
I think this came out the same year Weezer's Blue Album dropped.
Yes.
I can
That
see
is
that.
my reference point.
I could see that, sure.
So a little My Name is Jonas in the soundtrack.
I doubt that.
Oh, I hope so. What does the soundtrack sound like? You remember that? Are there some-
Twisting every
No,
day,
no way.
twisting
No.
every way.
You think it's like a soundtrack or
No.
like
Score.
a score?
I'm guessing it's mostly epic score with maybe like one classic rock song that they blast in the storm chant.
Oh,
Yes.
Danny Elfman
Oh,
as the composer.
Whoa,
Oh.
bold.
Total
bold
guess.
bet.
Bold.
But it seems rightish.
Sure. Mid 90s.
In the 90s.
Yeah.
He was doing
Sure he was
pretty much
busy
every movie.
stuff.
He was busy.
Do you think this movie's spooky enough for Danny Elfman? I feel like all his movies are
Twisters.
spooky.
It's pretty spooky.
Yeah.
It's got a really mean twister at the end.
That's
Like
true.
real mean.
Like her dad killing mean,
Yeah.
you know?
But it's also a love story, right?
Sort of.
But is it like a rom-com where
No,
when they 1st
aren't they
meet, they're
divorced?
not... What?
Aren't they? Didn't they used to be a couple and they like
Oh.
rekindle
Yes.
their romance
That
through
sounds
weather
right.
chasing?
That just sounds like every movie.
I think
No.
they used to be a couple. I don't know. That
Isn't
they were
he
married.
part of the rival team or
I
something?
think so.
Or
What?
sponsors them or something?
That sounds accurate to me.
So Helen Hunt
Yeah.
and Philip Seymour Hoffman
And then
are
some
a
other
team.
people,
And
yeah.
they're like the underdog
Yes.
storm
Yeah.
chasers.
Yes, they are the Animal House storm chasers.
And then Bill Paxton, former lover to Helen Hunt
Mm-hmm.
in the movie. Or IRL. We don't know.
Wasn't she married to Azaria at the time?
Hank?
Yes.
Oh, Hanky?
Yeah.
Hanky A?
Is that what we call him?
Hanky, eh? I like that.
Bill Paxton, we think is the rival, the corporate.
I don't know. I feel like he's in some way they are butting heads because he doesn't work for her. Like they don't work together anymore
I
at the
think
beginning
he's
of
just
the
a
movie.
separate storm chaser.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
think he's... But I don't know.
There's definitely some like dick storm chasers though, right?
Oh, for
I'm
sure.
not making that up.
But I don't think
I
he's one of
believe
them.
it,
But
I
he
don't
could be.
remember it.
Oh.
I'm now thinking that they were not in a relationship. They just have worked together before, and she doesn't like him because he's cocky.
I'm doubling Dan
Thank
down
you.
on they were romantically involved
Yeah.
previously.
Okay.
Maybe he's like a rogue, like man with no name style storm chaser. He just like swings in, and she's like, "What are you doing here?"
What are you doing here?
Because she's big.
It's me, Helen Hunt.
Yeah, classic Helen Hunt character.
Do you think he at any point, he or anyone else, questions her ability to be a storm chaser because she's a woman?
Uh,
I think because
Maybe.
it's too dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to protect her.
I
She's
will
like,
bet.
A woman?
F you. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I will bet
You're
this.
a big idiot.
I will bet that someone, probably Billy Pax, at one point says that she is not fit to be a storm chaser because she's in too deep because of the whole tornado murdered her father thing.
Sure.
Yeah, that could be. Does she? Okay. I'm thinking of. I think I'm mixing this up with Contact, which she might not even be.
Nope,
in.
that is
not-
Jodie
no,
Foster.
Jodie Foster.
But I feel like there's a point when
Oh.
she's injury, podcast
Podcast
injury.
injury.
I feel like there's a point when she's in her like childhood bedroom,
hmm
looking at photos,
Maybe.
and maybe the window's open and it's windy, a gust
of wind.
Oh, no, there's totally...
And it's her ghost dad?
Maybe. There's totally like she stops by, I don't know if it's her mother or just some sort of like matronly figure from her past, in which that woman then informs the team that her father was murdered by a tornado. And that's when they realize like, oh my God, it's personal.
You're in too deep.
Yeah.
This time it's personal.
Right.
It's me, Helen Hunt.
Do we think Helen Hunt has any female friends or any females that she talks to at all?
I
during
feel
this
like there's
movie?
definitely a lady on the storm team. I feel like it's her, Philip Seymour Hoffman, and then maybe like an intern or something
Yeah.
who is a woman.
Like a lady tech.
Is that guy who is in the guy who is in Home Alone
Oh.
and
Macaulay Culkin?
nope,
City Slickers?
in City Slickers? That guy, is he also on the storm chasing?
He seems like he should be.
He definitely seems like he should be.
Can't remember his name.
I'm gonna bet that he is.
Oh, wow. Bold.
Okay.
Bold
I'm
bet.
pretty sure he is.
City. Do we remember his name?
I think he drives the truck.
Daniel Stern.
Yeah.
Daniel Stern.
Daniel Stern.
Let me re-inflect that.
Daniel Stern. But to Molly's point about female friends, how do we feel about the Bechdel test? The test if a movie passes... Oh, no, explained poorly. If two named female characters have a conversation with each other about something other than a man.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's nailed it.
I think she talks to, like, okay, she either talks to her mother or a woman who's been in her life for a long time, like lives in the small town that they live in together, or is her aunt or
Right.
something, about something. Like her dad, or I think this
But
is when
that's
they're
her
at,
dad, though.
when she, yes. So what I'm going to say is no. I think they're going to talk about her dad.
I think if there is any conversation, it's related to storm chasing.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it's going to pass.
I'm
That's my
gonna say it does because I'm pretty sure there's a lady partner in the storm team, and they will probably talk about those weird storm balls at some point.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Philip Seymour Hoffman, this is back in the era where he was just playing like awkward bumbly dudes. So I feel like he doesn't even have that much agency on the storm chasing team. He's just sort of like, oh, I'm the weird tech guy. I'm gonna type on something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like she has to talk. I could be wrong. It might just be the two of them in a truck for the whole movie. I have no idea.
I think, if there's a lady tech, then I think that's a good avenue.
Yeah.
And I think there is. So I'm going to go yes as well.
I feel like there's a bigger team than just her and one other guy.
Right.
Like she radios into somebody.
Yeah.
There's going to be like a shouting radio conversation.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
That's like, you get out of there. You're in too deep.
Yeah, your father or whatever.
Well, then if it's father, it's
You're
different.
cutting it too close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or there's gonna be at one point Helen Hunt will definitely be cutting it too close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No question.
Sub question: is the storm a man? If she's getting revenge on him, they name tornadoes, right?
No.
They name
No.
hurricanes.
They name
They
hurricanes.
don't name tornadoes.
No, there's too many of them. And we can't predict them as
short-lived.
easily.
Yeah.
But once they happen, you know they're there. You can name.
Yeah, but
No,
they're
they
only
name-
there for a few minutes.
You name the tornado based on the name of the town it hits.
Oh, there you go.
So we'll see.
Because like hurricanes, those are creepers. They creep up on coasts.
Sure.
You know, so you can take time to name them. Tornadoes, they just kind of like, bam.
So they're all named Emerald.
Yeah.
Yep.
Side
Aha!
note. Ah.
Jokes.
Side note about storms and the patriarchy.
Uh-huh.
Did you guys see that study that more people die from female named hurricanes because they take them less seriously?
Yes.
Yep.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
They'll be like,
'Cause-
oh, here comes Hurricane Fred. In that situation, they would go to their basement.
Like,
But
holy
if-
shit, Fred's coming.
But if it's Hurricane Emily, they'll be like, this will probably be fine. And then they get killed.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But it's, yeah.
It's every other. They
Right.
switch it off, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
they
It's
switch
like
the genders.
a male name, a female name, B.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Just so everyone knows.
Boy, girl, boy, girl.
Boy, go, boy, go.
Yeah.
Yep.
The more I get tuned in with gender issues and how confining just having two genders is for people,
Yeah.
it shines a light on everything. Like hurricanes, why can't one be named
Dog.
Ooh, no one would take cover from dog.
You're like, oh, dog is
Dog
Okay.
is coming.
What if it was like Hurricane Vicious, Untrained Pit Bull?
Oh.
Well, now that's rude to pit bulls.
That is
You're
rude.
playing
No,
You
that's
could be like
stereotype.
you could
Yeah.
be like Hurricane Viciosha.
What's that?
Vicious
So,
Sosha.
a lady vicious.
Yeah,
Well,
that
oh,
sounds-
Viciosho.
Vishoshu. Vishoshu.
Welcome
The
to the show show.
is going to hurt you.
Huh.
Yep.
That doesn't sound scary.
No.
Were you trying to be scary?
I was.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
Let's say
that if there is a woman on their team, that she's unnamed.
Oh.
Rough.
I
Burn.
think that's where they fail.
Sticking to my guns.
All right.
Me too.
Okay. Great.
I want to put the faith into whoever wrote this movie.
Yeah. Any big names attached to this movie beyond the ones we've named?
I feel like maybe I will put a bet down that we will recognize the head of the Dick Storm Chasers. It might not be like super famous, but I'm like, come on.
The dick.
It might not be someone like super famous, but it'll probably be a recognizable character actor that would be like, oh, that guy.
Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. It's going to be... What's
Maybe
his name?
like Matthew Lillard or something.
Do we think
too young.
Hank Azaria is in this movie and that's where they met?
No,
No,
they met
some-
before Twister.
On The
Fine.
Simpsons?
Oh.
What?
What?
No.
No.
That was after Mad About You.
No. His role on The Simpsons.
No, but her
previous-
role on The Simpsons.
Oh, it was after
Was
Mad
after
About You.
Mad
What was her role on The Simpsons?
She played a woman who fell in love with Mo, who was voiced by Hank Azaria, and it was very meta.
Oh.
Very sweet.
And he got his face all beautified.
Maybe. I don't remember.
That's a
They're divorced now. It doesn't matter.
TV show. Oh, that's too bad.
They had a scene.
I could
with
be
Hank-
wrong about that, actually.
No, they are divorced
Okay.
because I was very sad because I got very invested in their relationship watching an HBO show that went nowhere, and it's not their fault. It was about people who moved to LA and are trying to make it as actors. They only had like 6 episodes. Anyway, at one point, this guy lucks out and he gets to go play poker at Hank Azaria's house.
Whoa.
And it's actually going kind of well. He's doing okay with the game and he's getting along and everybody's joking around. And Hank Azaria at one point makes a joke where he calls up Helen, which is funny because they're divorced, but it's real sensitive and awkward. And anyway, at one point he wins a whole hand. Like he wins all the money from everybody, all of these, important people in Hollywood. They're sitting on the table and he reaches in and grabs the money and then makes the same Helen joke and gets thrown out of the house. Oh. You know what? Nothing went right for any of these actors that moved to LA in this TV show.
Huh.
I sort of feel like it was a warning.
Is this they play themselves? Is this a real?
No, it's not a real
I'm
thing.
so
It was
confused.
a scripted show that was just bad.
Okay. But it's not Twister. Right?
No,
This
it
is
might
a
have been a
different
Man
show.
of Steel. I don't know.
Now I kind of want to watch Man of Steel. This sounds fascinating.
Yeah.
There's a poker game for no reason with
Poker
Hank
game.
Azaria?
Yeah. Kevin Costner ties his belt to a pipe.
Uh-huh.
And his son fails to save him.
Which is dumb.
Then Helen Hunt shows up in a wet T-shirt.
What?
Does that happen in that movie?
No, as
What
good
movie
as it
is that?
gets.
Oh.
I have not seen that movie.
Is it her dad or her daughter that
Who gets
gets
killed?
killed in the tornado?
When?
Dad.
In this
Never mind.
movie?
Am I thinking Contact is something? Okay, I don't
Yes.
know what's happening.
Contact is
Contact is also
has a
her
daughter.
dad. Contact is also her dad. And again, that's Jodie Foster.
Oh.
They're in a similar bucket of actresses.
Sure.
I-
Can we agree, though, that Helen Hunt and Lily Sobieski look exactly the same?
I don't know who that is, but sure.
Okay.
I'll agree to that. I also don't know who this is.
All right. We're going to look them up.
Yes.
Are we putting that down as a best bet?
Yes.
Best bet.
Lily Sobieski.
Yep.
I bet I spelled that right.
Yep.
Yep. That's good.
So, Beth, what do you think? Are you going to enjoy this movie more or less than... Well, how do you think you're going to enjoy it, I guess?
I think I'm going to like it more. Because I don't remember having an opinion about it either way. So I'll probably have more fun this time watching it. Because I'll probably get more and be less
All those
afraid of tornadoes.
body jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I remembered feeling like this movie was fine and entertaining, but nothing to write home about.
Uh-huh.
And I bet I'll feel the same way. I feel like it's not going to be so layered that as an adult I'll get it more. So I think I'll still enjoy it, but it'll be like, oh, it's a fine movie. 3 stars.
Sure.
I feel like I'm going to have a baseline of enjoying it and like a subline of being mad at it.
Mad about you?
Oh!
Yeah!
Sorry.
Yes.
I apologize to
I wish we
everyone.
could close on that. Yeah, I think I'm with you, Molly. Like, I feel like I'm going to go into this thinking, like, I remember this being pretty good. But then I'm also going to be just expecting it to not be that good because I just feel like that's usually how movies go. Where you think you remember them being like especially movies like this where like they were literally just churned out of a studio in an attempt to make money with a new thing. Which this time it was like, we made a CGI cow in the 90s. This is crazy. Like they were really proud of that cow.
Yeah.
I think they won an Oscar for it.
Oh.
Oh.
So yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's going to
write it
be
down.
pretty decent. But I'm going to not help but be able to see all of the flaws that I missed when I saw it in the
Yeah.
90s.
That's true.
That's a good point.
Mad about you.
Well, so with that, we're going to hit pause on the microphone while we go rewatch Twister, and then we'll be back in just a moment. And we're back. We just finished watching Twister, a film made in 1996,
Yep.
as it turns out.
Yep.
Nailed it. Dan's nailed it
Yep.
on the year.
Yep, I went a little early.
I went way early.
It is now the 20th anniversary of that movie, I feel like. From the beginning of that movie to the end of the movie. It has taken us to 2016.
Yep. Accurate.
Yeah.
That was real long.
Real
Long
long.
movie. I feel like they could have cut out an entire tornado. They chase.
Or just driving in general.
Yeah. Or there's a lot of driving.
Or maybe just like one of the like 8 conversations between Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton about whether or not they are both okay with what they're doing in their lives.
Yeah, so you did nail it, saying that they are getting divorced.
Boom.
Yeah.
Or,
Were divorced. They were romantically entangled.
Right.
yes.
They were married but separated.
Yes.
One signature away
Yes.
from divorce.
They were like the vice president of divorce.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And Billy Pax comes back into Helen Hunt's life
Yes.
by trying to get her to finalize the divorce
Right.
papers.
Much like Sweet Home Alabama.
What?
Oh,
Yes.
Is
It's
that
the
a-
exact same plot as Sweet Home Alabama. I'm
The
just
movie or the song?
The song.
the movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah, that's what that's about, right?
Where you sign divorce
Did
papers.
anyone Did anyone remember that his new lady was tagging along?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I actually like gasped in surprise when she showed up. I'd
Yeah.
completely forgotten about that character.
I guess it gives, it gives the viewpoint of, holy shit, these guys are crazy storm
they
chasers.
totally are.
Yeah.
She serves, I think, 3 purposes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And otherwise is not important in the movie.
No.
Yeah.
And she's the lady, the new lady.
Yep.
One.
So there's some jealousy
Tension.
going on.
Yeah.
She is not understanding of science, even though she is a doctor.
But she's a therapist.
She's a
A
therapist.
reproductive
She is
therapist.
a prompter of exposition.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I had a third thing, but I don't remember. Oh, I feel like comedic relief in a way
Sure.
because there's some tense moments, and then she's talking on her ridiculous cell phone,
Right.
Yeah.
trying to explain things to people on the phone.
Yeah. But she operates pretty much as, just sort of an object
Yeah.
Yeah.
for those things.
Like, did
In
anyone
fact,
else?
What is her name?
Stephanie.
No, it's a Melissa.
It's
Melissa.
yes, that's
Mendoza.
Melissa. I want to say this. It is played by Jamie Hertz.
Okay.
Or Gertz, sorry, who I think of as the person who did not get the Sandra Bullock role in Speed.
Oh,
She came in second,
Ooh.
apparently.
He's famous for not getting the role.
Well,
that's rough.
I mean, she was reasonably famous before.
Oh,
And through half of watching Twister, I was like, oh, I really can't see her doing as good a job as Sandra Bullock
Sure.
and being sweet and adorable and funny because she didn't show that much emotion. Like
wasn't really given a
just
chance,
played.
though,
No,
was
she
she?
really didn't. But then by the end of the film, she was knocking it out of the park. I
Yep.
thought.
Yeah.
And I felt really sad for her. But I mean, this way.
but also good for her because she was like, "Screw this guy.
Yeah.
He's crazy."
Yeah.
And rude.
Her
And-
final
ooh.
moment is good. I think that was, for me, that was it.
Yeah.
Like when she's like, oh, I'm leaving. And he's like, oh, good. You'll be safe at the hotel room. No.
I've gone back to wherever.
Wherever I come from.
Right, which is not explained.
That's like, oh, yeah, good.
Yeah. Did anyone else feel like some of her role as being like the comic relief came from a very mid 90s stigma around therapy and mental illness in general? So I feel like half the jokes were just like, LOL, she is trying to help people.
Yeah.
Whereas now I feel like that stigma has gone away to at least to a point where it's not just like funny that she's talking to crazies.
Yeah.
That seemed like half the joke. It was like, oh, she's a therapist. How weird.
Well, she's also a reproductive therapist. So
Right.
this gave the opportunity for us to say penis a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't understand what that job is. That's like, what is that job?
Well, it's when people are facing infertility and then you talk to a therapist
So
about
it's
it.
still counseling.
Yes.
Yes.
It's not biological therapy.
No.
No, I don't think so.
It's very specialized on working through your issues
Yeah.
about having kids or not being able to have
She's
kids.
not like manually stimulating anything, if that's what you're asking. Is that what you're
That's what
asking?
I'm asking. I'm asking, like, is she making them do, like, squats to make them more fertile or whatever?
No.
Maybe.
No,
Rolling
she's
around
not
on
like
her
a
back?
physical therapist.
That was-
She's not like Helen Hunt's character in that one movie from a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
as good as it gets.
No. She's been in other movies, you guys.
What is that movie
It's
called?
about a guy who can't move very well, and she's like a sex. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It was okay.
But a sex therapist is another job that I still am not sure if it's real. But back when I was a young teen boy,
Yep, yes.
it's like, holy shit. There's people who just have sex with you to make you better? How do I sign up for this?
Right.
and I never figured it out.
Okay. You should probably watch this movie. I was just mentioning that I can't remember the name of.
Helen Hunt as a sex therapist.
Yeah. And she's like the kind that you think shouldn't exist and probably doesn't really exist. She's probably just more like a... I don't know if she's licensed in any way. There's a whole shtick about it in the movie.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
I'll check it out.
Okay.
As good as it gets. with
Yes.
Jack Nicholson.
Yep. Yeah,
He's
exactly.
also in this movie.
Oh, he is.
Jack Nicholson?
He
Cameo.
appears as the face of one of the thousands of tornadoes that appear in this movie.
Yes.
For those listeners who do want to watch this movie, it's called The Sessions.
Oh.
Because I sold it so well.
Yeah.
They're really going to want to
Yeah,
check
yeah.
that out. Yeah.
just looked
It
it
was
up.
pretty good.
I felt like sharing my Google knowledge
Thank you.
with the world.
Thank you, Beth.
You're welcome.
You are like the, I guess the Philip Seymour Hoffman, right?
Yeah.
It was very unclear what all of their roles were. There were like a dozen dudes hanging out with Helen
Sure.
Hunt.
Really
Yeah.
The guy was like,
underestimated.
I check maps.
The map guy was clear.
He was also Cameron from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yes.
Yeah, we've vastly, as Molly started to say, we vastly underestimated the size
Oh my God.
of Helen
Wow.
Hunt's team. We thought it was like maybe a lady tech, Philip Seymour Hoffman, and her, but there's like 7 or 8.
There's a caravan.
Yeah.
There is one lady,
Yes.
other lady, who goes unnamed.
Yes.
Most of them go unnamed. I think they're credited, but I don't think we.
I
ever
think
really hear their
probably
name.
all of the names got said once, but we were too busy talking over
Yeah,
it.
true.
but they'll have sick names like
Rabbit.
Eddie,
Yeah.
Badger,
Dusty. The Dustman.
Scorpion.
They were all DJs on local
They
radio.
kind of were, though. Like, it was like this weird, just like team of bros.
Yeah, but they're all like extreme, like adrenaline junkie
Yeah.
type people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the robbers from Point Break,
Yep.
like the surf robbers.
Yes.
Spoiler alert
in-
for that movie.
They were nowhere near as good a shape as them, though.
No.
No.
But I think it's worth saying how Philip Seymour Hoffman elevated
Oh
his
my God.
character. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was just really like there were many times during the movie I was like, wow, he is doing such a better job than anybody else ever in that role.
Totally.
Yeah.
This was like this is like the beginning of the rise of Hoff.
It's like way pre Magnolia.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But like it's coming, you know, like he's starting to show up in things. Like he was that guy. Like the whole team was that guy's.
Oh yeah.
And this was when Hoffman was like just about to break out of that guy. More so. Like he was definitely the top of the that guy pile until about a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But this was like bottom of that guy.
Bottom of that guy.
But really good at it.
Yeah. He's like that guy that you're like, well, that guy was really good.
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody in the
Everyone
movie.
was that guy.
Gary Busey's son
Yes.
is in it. Yeah. Cameron from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
The guy who I thought was that other guy.
The guy who looks like a cross between Daniel Stern and Rob Schneider.
Right.
But we didn't actually know who he was.
No.
Creepy dude from David Lynch movies.
Yep.
Oh, the guy with the blonde curly hair who I realize now was in an NBC comedy.
Okay.
I think about couples. I'll try to look it up.
Which guy? The big guy?
No.
No.
He was just one of those that guys.
There were so many.
But he was partially balding. He plays a husband in a show that's not Mad About You.
Okay.
I remember there's a guy, the guy in the David Lynch movies. I was like, I've seen him in something before. He was in Mad Men.
Oh yeah, he
In
was.
something.
He was like the comedian.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Photo shoot.
Yep.
That guy.
Huh.
For Utz Nuts
Yeah.
Yeah.
advertising.
And then Carrie Elway,
Oh.
is the-
is
as
The
Dan noted,
head.
the Dan head of Dick recognizable was my
Yeah.
note for Dan's comment.
Yep.
It was not only Carrie Elways, but Carrie Elways with a southern accent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tour de force.
Which was, although when he got stressed and yelled, that southern accent went away a
Yes,
little
it
bit.
did. It certainly did.
And he's the bad guy, the big corporate bad guy, as we predicted. With all
Did
the
they
money,
say what corporate entity was sponsoring them?
they just
No.
had a lot of money. They had a lot of grant money.
And
They're
you knew
good at
that
writing
because
grants.
all their cars were black.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they had what looked to be clean cars.
Right.
There
And
wasn't
clothing.
Coke bottles
Yes.
everywhere.
There was
like the
also
other ones.
that very helpful exposition from Bill Paxton describing exactly who they were and where they came from.
Yeah, the big theme in relation to them was the difference between instincts
Right.
and just like monetary equipment and funding.
Yes.
And Carrie Elways had all of the funding and the gadgets in the world, but
Lots
he
of
had no
gadgets.
instincts,
Right.
which kept coming up over and
Oh
over.
my God.
They'd always be driving towards a tornado, and like all the science would say it's going to be here, and
Yeah.
then Billy Pax is just like, turn right,
Right.
now, do it.
Yeah.
And then there'll be I guess, exactly where they need to be, but they almost die every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're kind of trying to almost die because they have to
Yeah.
get really close to it to launch their thing.
Yeah. They're like
Their science pods.
science
Or
balls.
whatever. Science balls.
Yeah, and this is such a minor thing, but it's not even instincts. It's instinct.
Yeah.
Like it's singular.
Yeah.
And it's he's the human barometer.
Yeah.
And also crazy. What
Yeah.
do they call him?
Extreme.
Extreme.
They call him extreme.
The extreme.
I have to assume this is before Extreme got played out, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is when extreme like was.
I feel like
Cool.
Still a thing?
Extreme, it was like this came out, then the X Games, and then
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
and
well.
Mountain Dew.
Yeah. You know
Yeah,
what I
we're
mean.
in
You're
the
in, like-
height of extreme.
Yes.
Like there's a moment where Helen Hunt has a jacket on and a flannel tied around
Yes.
her waist.
That is extreme.
Yeah, that's extreme,
Yeah.
obviously.
Philip Hoffman is wearing like very dark welder's goggles over his neck all the time for no reason.
Yeah.
He never puts them on, even at high force winds shooting debris at him. He does
Oh,
not
he's
put
the
those goggles on.
photographer.
Oh, he's got the video camera, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think unnamed lady is maybe the tech person.
She's the data person.
Yes.
'Cause she gets
Yeah.
to be like, look at all this data.
She's like, numbers are coming in.
Like that's literally her job.
Unix, I know this.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's something we should talk about. Like we all sort of felt like this was basically like someone saw Jurassic Park, looked at the money it made, was like, we need to make another one of those. And someone else, I assume, was like, what if we did Jurassic Park with tornadoes?
I think they were like, what if we did Michael Crichton and Steven Spielberg, natural disaster,
Yeah.
Helen Hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even, yeah, Helen Hunt is kind of in the same bucket as Laura Dern with Jodie Foster.
Yep.
And then Bill Paxton is kind of a Sam Neill type
Kinda.
as well.
Yep.
A little more wormy.
Oh, way more annoying.
Yeah.
Sam Neill was charming in Jurassic Park most
Yeah.
of the time.
Oh man, this guy.
Yeah. I guess he plays his character pretty well, but he's kind of a douche.
Yeah.
There's some primo mansplaining
Oh my god.
near the beginning when the dumb future wife,
Yeah.
Who's a doctor?
who's a doctor, it's like, hey, what does that machine do with
Right.
the science balls that they're going to shoot
Yep.
into the tornado? And Helen Hunt explains it very clearly and to the point.
Concise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Bill Paxton nearly repeats it. Like,
Right.
it doesn't change much.
Literally
says
just
it-
grabs one of the science balls and like swirls it around in his hand as a visual aid.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a tornado in the background, so you know
Right.
what it would look like in a tornado.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to visualize.
He does not
especially
have a
with
lot
a
of
medical degree.
No. Right. Yeah, there's definitely some like respect issues going on for a good chunk of that.
And he's just a bully for
He
half
literally
of it.
steals the keys out of her hand.
Out of her mouth. She's holding them in her mouth.
Oh,
to get ready.
violation.
Just grabs it right out of her face.
No wonder they're
And
getting
it's-
divorced.
And it's not even his truck; it's her truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything about it is terrible.
Yeah.
I don't understand like what they want us to feel in that movie because I did like you feel sympathy for her, right? For Melissa.
Oh,
Yeah.
the new wife.
Yeah.
But then is she supposed to be the bad guy in that situation? You want her to go away and Helen Hunt to be with.
Not that much.
Yeah.
I really didn't
that's
want them
the idea,
together.
though.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
you're
but
right.
it's like,
They
whatever.
could have stayed together or broken up. I
Yeah.
don't know. I felt like Helen Hunt's character was much more brave and interesting.
Yeah.
And she seemed to have more motivation behind her decisions versus Bill Paxton's character, which seemed, first of all, I don't think anybody calls it a weatherman. I believe it's an on-air meteorologist.
Oh.
Well,
Yes.
How about 96?
What?
How about back in 1996?
Oh.
Was that Weatherman days?
I'm sorry. I was thinking that was the call numbers for a local radio station.
What about old 96 here?
Billy Pax in the.
Billy Paxton, Dusty Brigade.
Yeah, God.
Yep.
Have I ever told you guys how I kind of want to be a weatherman?
Still?
Yeah.
No.
On-air meteorologist.
An on-air meteorologist.
So you don't want it that bad.
It's the kind of job where you can just be a weirdo.
Yeah.
Like,
For sure.
yeah.
you pick like a bizarre nickname.
Yep.
That's
Storm Phillips.
weather related somehow.
That seems kind of on the nose, doesn't it?
Well, there was the guy in Philly was like Gale Hurricane, and then whatever his last name was.
Why wasn't he just Gale Force Winds, whatever his last name was?
I don't know. But then he was like a kind of like a small turtle-looking man. And just wore a bow tie, but his nickname was
That's
Hurricane.
amazing.
And I feel like you probably don't have to do much. You just stand in front of a green screen and like you can be a weirdo.
Sure.
Doesn't matter.
Don't you have to actually like know how to read the models though?
Probably
Like
for,
before
a
you go on
big-
air?
Like a big city, you probably have to be real.
Yeah.
But like if you're like
Small town
a
weatherman.
small town weatherman.
You just get the printout
Yeah.
or something?
Letterman started as a weather reporter.
Letterman Weatherman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And he was making too many jokes.
So
Oh.
I couldn't be
Kicked
one.
off.
Maybe I'll be a YouTube star.
You?
Yeah.
Or Letterman?
You should start doing weather reports on YouTube. It would just be so old.
Yeah.
Like, today it's sunny outside.
Stand in front of a
Window?
green, yeah, I guess
Oh.
a window. I still need a green screen.
Sure.
Anyway, that's just my dream. We were right about the rating, PG-13.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A little bit some salty language.
Yeah.
Carrie O's got called a wiener and a dirtbag.
And they'd already used penis earlier for
Right.
one of her therapy calls.
Yes.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
And I think they said shit.
Billy Paxton said shit a lot.
Oh, and son of a bee,
Yeah,
they
that
said.
was near the end when they were in the finger of God
Yes.
tornado.
That's
What?
what they called
That's
it.
what they call it, an F5.
F5, finger of God.
Oh, like the middle finger.
I don't know.
Oh.
I think it's just like, it's like so destructive.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, I feel like if
Oh.
any
So much
finger
power
of an
behind it.
all-powerful deity were to just drag across the earth, it'd be pretty destructive, right?
Yeah.
I get it. It's like a Vatican ceiling finger of God, not like middle finger.
Sure.
Well, they were
Sistine
telling
Chapel?
some salty stories.
yeah,
So that's what I assumed
there's
that's what it
some
meant.
nudity or half nudity.
There was described and a shower scene that was anything but sexual.
Yeah, I feel like there's only one reason for a shower scene. Oh, no, there's two reasons.
Yep.
One?
Crying.
Oh, okay, three.
Okay.
Crying.
Yep.
Washing off something terrible like blood or
Right.
something. And then sexiness.
Yep.
Those are the three
Yeah.
reasons to have a shower
Wasn't
scene.
she?
There wasn't really a point to that.
It was
Yeah.
mostly as though she could, like, not be in the room while they talked about her father getting eaten by an F5
I
tornado.
think it was supposed to be she's washing away her last hesitation and is going to like
Sign it.
or she's because then her aunt comes in and has the very helpful conversation, which is very sweet, and that's what prepares her to steal that drive-in theater employee's pen
Right.
and to sign the divorce papers.
Well, first she confuses the drive-in theater's employee by ordering 8 coffees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Which-
they seem blown away by.
Yeah, can we give credit to that day player lady who got that one line, which was literally to just react to the order of 8 coffees. She nailed that.
Yeah.
Like, that spoke volumes. The way
Yeah.
she said 8.
Yeah, that character was very full. I
Yeah.
had a very clear picture of what that teenage
Yeah, you could
concession worker
right.
was going on.
You could believe that she would not see Helen Hunt steal that pen.
Yeah.
She was so flustered
By 8
by
copies.
8 copies.
8?
And I just want to mention that Bill Paxton's character comes up and
Ugh.
orders 2 coffees.
Yeah.
And guess who gets coffee and who doesn't?
Patriarchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Major patriarchy.
And they don't get to finish the coffee because a massive tornado.
Yes, although we were discussing this in the first half, and Helen Hunt refers to one of the supervillain tornadoes as a she. Like,
Yes.
probably the most powerful one of the boss tornado, I believe, was
Yeah.
referred to as a she.
Yep.
Do you guys know why hurricanes are named after women?
Why?
Is it because of the hurrah prefix?
Because when they come,
Oh my
they're
God.
all wet and wild. And when they leave, they take your house and your car.
Cutting this.
No,
This
keep
is so much
it.
of the
Keep it. This is
podcast.
part of his Weatherman reel. This is part of his Weatherman reel.
I'm getting a report of a real house stealer coming in here.
Just like my ex-wife.
I can't believe I gave you credit for knowing the Greek prefix.
I can't believe I surprised you guys with that joke. I feel like that was as old as time.
Oh, well, I just think we didn't expect you to throw that in there.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say one of the funniest moments of the film for me is after the team rescues a dog.
Yes.
They rescue other people as well, but they rescue a dog.
Right.
And out of nowhere, Dan Linden exclaims, "Now they have a dog on their team!"
They did, though.
They did.
The
and
dog
it
stuck
was
with him the rest of the
the
film.
coolest thing that happened in probably the last quarter of the movie.
Yeah, there was so
Yeah.
much driving, you guys.
It was
Oh.
extreme. Nope. Lost it.
There's a lot of driving. Is that where you're going?
What?
What were you trying to say?
I don't remember.
Were you going to say something? Well,
Are you thrown off by that great joke that Dan just told?
Still thinking about it?
You still processing it?
I had a thought, and then I just thought about driving and how boring it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember when we finished the first half.
Mm-hmm.
Weatherman Dan.
Oh.
New nickname.
Dan.
Said, "I feel like we didn't say what happened in the plot at all."
Yeah.
And now that we watched the movie, I feel like we did. I
Right.
feel
You
like we
did.
covered it.
There's
Indeed.
storms.
It's just
They were
that
previously
slow.
romantic,
Yeah.
Yep.
and then they get it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think
That's
it
the
right
plot.
down to there are 4 Dorothys, and pretty much the moment they say there are 4 of them, you're just counting down
Right.
tornadoes.
The Dorothys are the
Super weather machines.
Yeah.
That-
Space balls.
Space
the
balls.
science balls.
Science balls.
Science
Yeah.
balls, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We wondered if there was going to be a moment where she was told she couldn't do it because she was a woman.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that ever happened, right?
No.
Like
No.
that, her femaleness was never.
There was a moment where Cary Ellis was like on the precipice of being he was being condescending to her, but it would never went all the way to like, oh, a gentle lady like you. It was more just like, I have money, you
Yeah.
can go suck it.
Yeah, you
really.
guys are-
It was never like, because you're a lady.
Right.
Well, she was just one of the dudes
Yeah.
because they go.
She was the alpha dude.
Yeah, they go to the aunt's house and they're all getting food, and new lady
Yes.
gets a steak and potatoes put on her plate, and she is astonished.
Yeah, what was that? Like,
And she's like, "Food?
yeah,
What?"
it's not like she even said like, "Oh, I'm a vegetarian." She just was like horrified that she was being offered. I don't know. It was really
They were, like,
confusing.
a thick steak and eggs.
Was that literally all it was? It was just like, "Oh, a big steak. Ugh,
Yeah.
I'm a city girl or
I
whatever."
think it was just a chaotic situation,
Sure.
and everything was more than she could handle.
That's true. I mean, Philip
As
Seymour Hoffman.
exemplified by the gigantic pan-seared steak, which didn't look that delicious to me.
It was
Symbolism.
huge.
Yeah.
Symbolism.
Like 3 people could eat in that one steak.
Yeah.
And that was another cow reference. That was all about cows.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the cow definitely present and still looked good. I thought
And
actually.
confirmed Oscar-winning cow.
Oscar the cow.
Yeah.
I will say, I found this movie fairly boring overall, but the like high intensity action scenes when they happened, I thought were pretty good.
Yeah.
I was engaged. They didn't look hokey. I think they held up, and the cow going across was cool.
Yeah.
And she did remark cow, and then another cow,
Yes.
but it was the same cow
It was.
because tornadoes go in circles.
Right. Did it bring the house down?
No,
Not this house.
not this.
1996 though?
Maybe
Killed.
Yeah.
Would have killed. For sure.
for sure.
I thought you meant a literal house. We were talking about a movie about
Well,
tornadoes.
later in the
It
movie,
did bring a lot of houses.
they
Yeah.
drove
Like-
through a house.
Yeah, it did. What are you
Spared
guys
a
talking about?
house.
It what?
It spared a house.
It did. The
Okay.
symbolic house of her childhood or something?
Yes,
maybe?
and of her family.
Yeah.
Yes.
This movie did pass the Bechdel test
Yes.
a couple
Oh.
times.
Yes.
I wouldn't call it flying colors,
No.
but
No movie passes it with
movie
flying
passes
colors.
what about like the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants?
I didn't see that, but probably. That'd be weird if it didn't.
But yeah, a couple different times. One in the aforementioned mansplaining scene right
Yes.
before.
Yes, it got undercut by the mansplaining.
I think Molly
The-
Beth had took
Umbrage.
umbrage
Mhm.
with that, but then a couple other times.
Well, then the second time is inside a diner where you have Joe, the Helen Hunt character,
Yes.
talking to Melissa, the new wife character. And for a moment, they are talking about storms.
Yes.
And then we're like, oh, they're about to
Yeah.
have conversation. And then out of nowhere, Melissa says, "You're still in love with him, aren't you?"
Oof.
Ugh.
Ugh.
that was a big rug pull up.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then there was a ambulance scene where Helen Hunt's character is talking to her aunt after her aunt was damaged by the tornado, and they have
Real moment.
how are you doing back and forth.
Yep.
No, you
Real
got to
talk.
chase that
Real
storm. Yada yada.
Yep. Yep.
So it was a feminist movie.
exactly. Exactly.
I will say she's a strong female character.
Yes.
And it's never like about her being a strong female character. She
Right.
just
Yeah.
is one.
And it's never like she's never saved by Bill Paxton in a way where it's presented like she couldn't have done this herself. It was more like he was closer to the leather strap that they wrapped around that pipe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like, oh, I'm terrified and stuck in this bathroom or wherever the fuck they were.
Well, she wasn't helpless, but they did seem to point out that her obsession
Yes.
with tornadoes made her make very
She
irrational
was
choices.
emotionally compromised.
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
So he was forever saying things like, please don't run towards the tornado.
Sure.
And giving advice like, hang on.
Right. Okay.
Which, but they each gave each other just really basic advice, like, go faster.
Left.
Get us off this obstacle.
It's because neither of them could decide who could drive.
There was a lot of discussion in the movie about who should be driving.
Yeah. They use the critiquing of the ones driving and then, hey, do you want to drive?
Yeah.
Burn?
Yeah.
Multiple times.
But at the end, we realized that was just sexual tension.
Yeah, because then they
right.
get blown away. The belt pipe scene does happen, and it's not actually his belt as I thought.
Right.
They go into some horse barn.
Yes.
And there's like leather straps.
Yeah.
For doing horse things
I
with
assume.
in there that are bigger than belts,
Right.
and they wrap them around a
Well,
pipe.
it's a bridle, for
Horses
example.
are bigger
Yeah.
than people,
Yeah.
so, I mean,
and the pipe's pretty
Facts.
you know,
serious.
the fact checks out.
They don't get cut up as much as I think we all would expect would
That's
happen.
what should have happened. They should have been shredded and pierced by
Well, they should have been
debris.
shredded by the first tornado. They were under that bridge, and there was like shit flying past them the whole time. They just got
Including
dirty.
a truck.
Yeah. Their own truck.
Yeah.
And a tractor.
And later, a exploding semi-truck.
Yes. A petroleum-filled 18-wheeler.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of explosions. Surprising amount of explosions for a movie about wind.
Yeah.
I'd say, though, Helen Hunt's coolest scene is where she's really laid back about pointing out that Bill Paxton is about to drive off the road or drive into another car.
Yeah.
That one, you're sort of like, oh, she doesn't get rattled easily.
No.
And thank you for telling him to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feminist movie.
Feminist
There we go.
icon. Speaking of wind,
Yeah.
we watched the credits almost all the way through.
Yes,
for
we did.
No reason.
There was
no,
a
I
pretty
wanted to
apparent
see-
reason.
I wanted to see if Paul Douglas was really in the movie. And he's credited, but I did not see him.
No.
Paul Douglas being a
local Minneapolis weatherman. He now, I don't know what he's on now. He was on Bring Me the News for a while. I think he might have started his own. I have no idea where
I
he
don't
went.
know.
He used to be on WCC. Oh,
sweet. But the final song is just like
Just
nonstop
wailing
licks.
guitar. It was amazing.
And then we find out that the name of the song is Respect the Wind,
By
Van Halen.
Yes.
Amazing.
fantastic.
That's worth YouTubing. Respect the Wind by Van Halen.
I agree.
Just put that on. And,
Just Google Twister and credits.
or the
10-hour loop.
Or the name of the song.
No, screw that. Twister, because then if you don't watch the end credits, you don't get the symbolic clouds in the background telling you to respect the wind.
Sure.
The whole time there's these ominous clouds rolling by as the look at
It's all guitar solo.
It
as
is.
far as I know.
No,
Yeah.
there was never a point there was never even like a vocal anything. It was just wicked guitar.
May I tell a story that's slightly
Yes.
off topic?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so Mad About You, hit series from the 1990s starring
NBC.
Helen Hunt. NBC.
Must see TV.
Must-see TV, adorable couple, really funny show, very popular. Well, a very good friend of mine was at a low point in his life, and he had just been dumped, and he was living with his parents, and he found himself one Thursday night wedged between his two parents on the sofa watching an episode of Mad About You, and he was feeling about as low as he thought he could feel when every time Helen Hunt and her husband on the show
Paul Reiser
had a sweet moment. His mom would tap him on the elbow and go, "See, honey? See? Like that. You should be in a relationship like that."
Oh.
Devastating.
Wow.
Just devastating. So the point is, I can't watch Mad About You without thinking about just being wedged between parents and experiencing
And that man's name? Hank Azaria.
oh God.
Is Mad About You the show that ends in a very real moment of divorce?
No, there is the threat of divorce in the penultimate season.
Yeah.
Things are falling apart. Things are getting tense.
Yeah.
Helen Hunt's politician boss has smooched her. She tells Paul Reiser he is upset because it is the 90s, and he, obviously that is the deal breaker for years of marriage, that this dude did something without her permission. Then he goes to some film thing, because he is a filmmaker, and he flirts with some lady, and it's like, oh, it's like the Paul Reiser of ladies, and they have great chemistry, and there's this moment of hesitation where, like, maybe he's going to have an affair, but then he doesn't. Those may have happened in the opposite order of the way I just told them. The point is, they get into a big fight, and you think it's over, but then they realize they're in love, and they've been trying to have a kid all season, and then the season ends with a pregnancy test with Helen Hunt looking at it, looking up, smiling quietly, fade to black, and America...
Wet.
Yes. I don't think I watched the season after that.
I did.
Okay.
They named the baby Mabel.
Maple?
Mabel.
Oh, Mabel.
Which is mother's always best everything love. I don't know. It's some cute little...
Mabel's an acronym?
Well, it is in this thing. That's how they...
In the show, man. In the Mad About You universe.
In the Mad About You universe, they can't figure out what to name the baby, and they go through all these names, and none of them seem right. And then at a certain point, her mother says, just remember Mabel. Mother's... Oh, I don't know. It's some sweet thing.
Okay.
And they're like, oh, that's a name. Helen Hunt gets quiet. She gives a sweet smile. Blackout. America.
Why didn't Twister end like that?
Should have been.
That'd have been way better than them being like, oh, we don't need to see the pretty sky team of men that I've clearly have better relationships with than Bill Paxton. I'm going to make out with my almost ex-husband.
I actually thought that him helping her to put on her... headphone equipment.
That was weird.
And
it was supposed to be like sexual.
It was supposed to be sexual.
But it was just weird.
It felt, you guys, I'm sorry. I felt really uncomfortable by this movie.
Yeah.
That scene was a little weird. I agree. It was supposed to be like a...
chemistry.
Sparks are flying again. Yeah. And but he's like kind of breathing on her and like maybe grazes her boob with his hand.
It just sort of seemed like he was just being creepy.
Yeah, but like the truck is shaking a lot because they're driving so fast as they do in the entire movie. And so it's like awkward at the same time. I agree that scene didn't do what it was trying to do, whatever the hell.
Really, that entire narrative arc didn't do what it was trying to do. Like, at no point was I like, oh, these two should definitely get back together. They're great together.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I would have been ecstatic if that movie ended with... I mean, they can still be friends after going through this heroin experience together, but I think it would have been better if instead of making out, Philip Seymour Hoffman brought out a bag of J's and was like, let's go to Pizza Hut, and they all high-fived, and then the Van Halen song started.
Freeze frame high five.
And then, what did we say? And then Nick Fury shows up at the end of the credits to recruit the tornado.
Yeah. I want to see all movies end with the Nick Fury stinger.
Yeah, we need to start a YouTube channel. Copyright. Can you copyright a YouTube channel?
Yep.
Okay, done.
Use proprietary
Mail this
character.
podcast to yourself with a dated stamp.
NickFuryStinger.com /YouTube.
What?
YouTube.NickFuryStinger.com.
Stinger.
I thought you said sticker,
I
and I thought you were
sticker
talking about the
too.
envelope.
It's like, should we buy a sticker?
Yeah.
You should buy stickers. NickFuryStickers.com.
Our new
/
sponsor.
Etsy.
So yeah, that's how it should have ended.
So that's what we're doing.
Well, and I would like to see, if I could stand to watch this movie again,
Why?
I wouldn't do it, but I would want to see it with the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom soundtrack and the Jurassic Park soundtrack.
Yes.
I feel like it would have almost the exact same impact. It really felt
It might
like...
even be better. Let me present this to you. When they are strapped to that pipe, the storm finally clears, right? Storm finally clears, they look outside, everything's great. Jurassic Park theme kicks in. That moment would have been way bigger. You would have been like, your heart would have swollen, right? Yeah.
I bet had Danny Elfman scored this
You know he didn't
movie,
score Jurassic Park
I know
right
he did not. That was John Williams.
I think so.
Yes. But no, I was just trying to work it back into the bets. And I was incorrect that he had nothing to do with this.
It was just some dude.
It seemed like a very capable dude.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. It was like it was half scored, half.
Yeah, there were a lot of
music.
Yeah.
I feel like it must have been the entire Warner Brothers catalog.
Totally.
Including Tori Amos. So maybe this was a feminist movie. I don't know.
It was co-written by a lady.
Yeah, that's true. She got
Michael
second
Crichton.
billing. But...
Yeah. Well, Michael Crichton, he wrote Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, probably she read it all out loud and then he repeated it. And that's what got made.
Wow. It took a turn.
I'm sorry.
Oh, we're all sad.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Wow, I wish we had a weatherman to...
Brighten our day.
Do you have another saucy hurricane joke?
Hey, why tornadoes happen in Oklahoma only?
They don't.
They don't.
Because of the Okies in Muskogee.
What?
No, I don't. This is not real.
You gotta work on these. You gotta work on these for your audition tape,
I only
man.
have the hurricane, the derogatory to women hurricane joke.
Say only again as that character.
Only.
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 Ole. I declare.
It's only gonna be 75 degrees today.
Okay, now I'm on board with this weatherman. Wow.
How did it hold up as compared to your expectations? Dan Linden, you had the lowest expectations.
Yes, that's true.
Did it hold up?
I think it definitely met my low expectations in that not a lot happens. And since I'd seen the movie before, it's not like I was really going to be dazzled by the special effects. And it is almost 20 years old, so special effects have taken leaps and bounds. Although, again, it does hold up pretty well. So I will give it... I will give it 3 out of 5 Philip Seymour Hoffman baddies. Because I think it was a valiant effort for 1996 attempt to cash in on, hey, something crazy happens and some attractive people run around and yell about it. Which was definitely a genre in that decade of film.
That's true.
Are these attractive people? I feel like they're fine. But they're not like, if I was like, let's cast some hotties in this.
Sure.
I wouldn't go to Helen
1996.
Well,
Did
no,
people have
there
like
were
Helen Hunt
other-
posters on their wall?
No,
Or, like,
but,
Bill
well,
Paxton posters?
Nobody had a poster on their wall, if you know what I'm saying.
No.
Oh, wait.
Whoa,
What?
what is this?
Is this like another hurricane joke? I'm saying, okay, let's say you're casting storm chasers, though.
Yeah.
For what you would think a storm chaser would look like, these are beautiful human beings.
Yeah, but they're just people in a movie.
Yeah,
They're always more attractive.
that's all I'm saying.
Oh,
and you're
okay.
jumping down my throat because you don't think Helen Hunt's attractive.
But if you look at the cast of, say, Anaconda
Okay.
or other disaster movies,
Sure.
which are basically models who sort of act.
Right, because those are not prestige films.
Oh.
See, this one, they're going for a little column A, little column B. They want pretty people who can act, not just pretty people who can get killed by a CGI monster.
Helen Hunt was also in that FedEx movie.
What?
That FedEx
Tom
movie.
Hanks?
Tom Hanks, yeah.
What?
Castaway.
Wasn't that Meg Ryan?
No, you're thinking of You Got Mail.
Oh. And probably a bunch of other
Yeah, sure.
movies.
Sorry, I was really racking my brain for other movies Helen Hunt has been in, even though I know she's an accomplished actress.
Sure.
I just couldn't remember.
And an attractive woman. I don't see why I'm...
I'm not saying she's unattractive.
She's just not, she's
I'm just
not like
not.
Nicole
I wouldn't say
Kidman.
like she's a for movies. If I'm casting a movie,
Sure.
and I want to, and my priority is pretty people.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But
gonna cast
I
Helen
never.
Hunt.
I'm not saying your
God, it
priority is pretty people. Your priority is making a convincing floating cow, right? That's your priority. But you still got to get a pretty face to look at to say cow.
I don't know.
No?
I
I
feel
feel
like we're
like I
getting
can't
off
make this
track.
argument without sounding like a huge asshole. Helen Hunt is a beautiful woman. Bill Paxton is an attractive man.
Sure. I mean, let's.
Oh, you're gonna say Paxton is not a good-looking man? I got a little dick.
Did you mention that on the show, or is that only during?
Yes.
Okay, good. Otherwise, that is going to be a very strange
True lies.
non sequitur.
True lies.
I would like to see this movie again. Except
Why?
this time, only characters I want in it are Philip Seymour Hoffman,
Definitely.
Helen Hunt, and her aunt and their dog.
That's it.
That's it.
What do they do?
I don't know.
Eat
it doesn't
steak?
matter.
Eat steak and tell stories.
Basically,
Light up a J and just.
the conversations those characters had were 1,000 times more interesting to me than anything else that was happening.
Maybe those 2 horses from the end.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, and
That-
I think Beth nailed it with those were basically parallel beings.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a horse twister movie happening
Yep.
at the same time.
And they both run along the same fence, but
Right.
on opposite sides.
Yes.
and then the horses get to the stable, and one of the other horses takes a human belt,
Yes. Right.
puts it around its waist,
Uh-huh.
helps the lady horse put whatever. Then they survive, and then they run free at the end.
And what do they choose not to do?
Kiss at the end?
Beth made an incredible pun when we were discussing the horse
They
movie.
choose not to get a divorce.
Yes!
Ah! Nailed it.
That's all I wanted.
Okay.
That's all I wanted.
I forgot about that gold that I had spun earlier.
Yeah, that's like the hurricane joke times 20,000. That is the F5 of that dumb hurricane joke.
Yep.
Yeah.
I believe I said that I think it would be fine. I thought it was fine, and
Okay.
I predicted it would be fine. And I think it was not even that. I think it was slightly under fine for me.
Under fine.
Yeah. The action scenes were somewhat entertaining, but most of it was really boring.
Yeah.
Like the driving and the personal drama. I like personal drama. This was like just boring. Like, oh, we get it.
Yeah.
You guys are into each other, but
Yeah.
you still fight and you have passion. But
Let's say they had this exact same story arc, but they were slightly more attractive actors. Would you have been engaged by the personal drama?
of course, if it just been all kissing scenes, like Nicole Kidman
Right.
and Val Kilmer,
Ugh.
just gnawing each other's faces.
I would like to compliment them on that last kiss. It's reasonably passionate and
But not
too
disgusting.
mushy.
Yeah.
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 And thank you for the middle shot and not the close up.
Right.
I thought that was really
But those horses were just going to town at the end of their movie. Holy crap.
Horses be humping.
Horses be humping. There's another one for your Weatherman audition. Only horses be humping.
Forecast for today: horses are only humping.
Wow. Wow.
I thought before I was neutral on the movie. I felt like you can only go up from there. You're watching a movie with friends, right? So I thought I'd like it more.
Sure.
we're
What
not good
happened
enough friends.
was I realized how boring this movie was, and I liked it a lot less. So I give it 2 weather balls.
Baseball.
I
Nice.
can't remember. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yours is fine. We can have our own rating
Yeah.
systems.
I was
Okay.
gonna give it cows.
Oh.
I forgot. I was gonna give it 2
How
cows.
many? 2 cows. Okay, so
cows.
2 cows, 3 Philly Hop baddies,
Yeah.
One barn burner.
1 That was the name of Philly Hop's rockin'
RV.
RV.
Love.
Which was
machine.
weird because Molly mentioned the word barn burner
Right.
before we even started recording today.
Yes.
And
We all got very
we
excited.
were talking about the definition of it,
Mhm.
and then it popped up in the movie.
It was not defined in the movie, though.
No.
We still don't actually know what that
I feel very confident it is a raucous
late
party.
bet. This is a late bet.
Late bet. The definition of barn burner is a raucous party.
That would make sense with the character.
Yeah.
There was no burning barn. What?
Well, there's a destroyed barn, but there was no burning
No.
barn.
Sure.
Burning barn.
Burning
Burn,
barn.
burn.
Because you're
You're
partying in
burning
your
barn.
barn, and the party gets so out of hand
Right. You start
that
burning
you burn
shit.
the barn down.
Because you're
Yeah.
token it.
You're toking J's.
Yep.
You're smoking cigars.
Yep.
You're,
High-fiving.
You're breathing fire with your moonshine.
You're high-fiving so hard you're making sparks. That's amazing.
I was just picturing the end of the movie. They would just...
The slow motion, no, freeze frame high five that
Yeah.
we all
Yeah.
hoped
Yeah.
for.
With the Van Halen, Respect the Wind.
And then the car takes off and drives into the sky, like
Yeah.
at the end of Grease.
Yes.
Have we haven't watched a movie yet with a freeze frame high five.
I don't think so. Or a freeze frame at all. Have we?
Grease is... No, it's not, is it?
I don't think there was a freeze frame.
That's too bad. That's a classic for the time period that
Yeah,
most of our movies
definitely.
will have been filmed.
Definitely. Yeah, I don't think we've gotten a freeze frame. It's a goal. It's a stretch goal.
Yeah.
And I still want to be surprised by another animated opening.
Right?
I was really kind of holding out hope. It was technically animated.
Yes. The
It was
letters.
just realistically so.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Letters got blown in as if in a twister.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any other final thoughts about this piece of generic cinema?
I guess that pretty much covers it. Generic cinema is a very succinct way of putting
But this was the best of generic cinema.
For 96, yeah.
For 96.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a
just
probably
wonder-
summer blockbuster.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
What if we're just ruined on 90s movies? What if we're just never going to like a 90s movie as
I
much as we
can't
liked it
believe
when it
that.
first came out?
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is amazing.
Okay,
I probably
that's
like
one
that more.
movie.
Was
That's
that the
one
90s?
movie.
It's like 89.
Ooh.
It's 89. Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
what if we can't find one?
We'll find one.
We'll find
Come
one.
on.
This is my solemn value. This just in. You'll find a movie you like.
From the
Only
90s.
you wait for the 90s.
You're just like an old man.
There's a lot of movies from the 90s. I'm sure there'll be one that we enjoy
Yeah.
still.
That sounds like just last words. Like, because even like watching this movie,
Jesus.
I'm a little pessimistic, but even watching this movie, the very classic, oh, I'll never eat a sandwich.
Right.
Cut to dude eating a sandwich.
Yeah.
We've seen that thousands of times. It's not new or fresh.
And
Sure.
it happened twice in this
Twice.
movie.
Come on, guys.
But this is like, we're talking about factory churned out studio fare. There's got to be some 90s cult classics that were outside of the system, slightly outside of the system, that hold up.
Okay.
Maybe none of us have seen them, and we'll never be able to watch them for the show, but they're out there, I'm sure.
Just like the truth.
Is this an X-Files reference?
X-Files.
Wow. I bet half of that crew, I bet half of Helen Hunt's crew were guest stars on the X-Files.
Yeah.
You
that
like
was
a
a-
post bet?
Yes, because that was a stable of character actors, like successful character actors.
Yeah.
Stable.
None of them
Horse.
will get a divorce.
Hopefully none of them got a divorce. And their relationships were stable.
Talking about beating a dead... What?
Rein it in, Beth Gibbs.
Now we're just making horse jokes.
Nay. All right.
That's our show.
Thank you for listening to Totes Recall. New episodes drop on the 15th of every month. You can find us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Totes Recall Pod. Subscribe on iTunes and leave a review. It helps more people find the show. Totes Recall is hosted by Molly Chase, Beth Gibbs, Dan Jaquette, and Dan Linden. Produced by Beth Gibbs. For more information, check out noisepicnic.com/totesrecall.